Welcome to a new segment. The Sunday Roast has introduced. It is
TK Lee.
Sunday Night Live special. TK is a local talent who's been kind enough to join us today on the show, and he's here to play a song. We're going to do a quick interview with him after, and it's a pleasure to have you, TK. Thanks so much for coming on. Whenever you're ready, mate, the floor is yours.
Right, no worries.
No worries, dude. Absolute pleasure. That was sick, TK. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you.
I'm glad we did that on the guitar,
Yeah.
TK. That was so much
That
better.
guitar sounds awesome. Take a seat.
Takes you pleasure. Thank you so much for having you on.
Coming on. Here, let me
Swing this round.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we did this last night. We did a shoot in this last night. Mate, you can't breathe. Literally.
We will have to probably.
We were once doing a party at my mate's house.
Yeah.
And we got one of those. We
Yeah,
switched
yeah,
it on. Nothing happened. Halloween this was. And all of a sudden, we heard this hiss and the smoke all come out this door. It was so funny.
We was just building up in the room.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like-
Yeah, they weren't just couldn't see it at all.
So what I want to get into quickly is you actually watch the show.
That's
so
right, yeah.
someone does. Thank you so much.
Have viewers.
Yeah, that's what. So this confirmed to us that people do, and so I want to get into the story quickly. How do you know? How did this happen? Let's get down to it, because this was a bit of a fluke, wasn't it? Harry's.
Yeah,
From
so
Harry's
you
gran.
know my gran
Yeah.
from badminton.
Yes.
How do you know my gran?
Well, Pauline, she knows, used
Yeah.
to be at Cubs, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we live opposite where they used to do the Cubs.
Yeah.
So we sort of used to help out. That's where we know you Elmar from.
Ah, there you go. I never knew the connection.
No,
my
no.
grandma never fully explained it. So there we go.
So yeah, basically what we're saying is, so you go to badminton with Harry's gran.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about YouTube, because TK Lee, shout out TK Lee, actually has a channel on YouTube where you can find his music, local talent, TK Lee. That's the name, that's the username,
That's it,
isn't it?
yeah,
That's it, straight up. And basically, Harry's gran bumped. How did the conversation come about?
So, well, I think you were talking to her once. I'd said to Harry's gran that, I said to her, oh, when you see Harry, just tell him I want to do something together. And she forgot to tell you. And then you said to her, oh, is Anthony still doing YouTube?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So you basically asked her before she got to ask you.
Exactly, yeah.
So we must have been thinking on the same wavelength.
There you go.
So Anthony's actually inspired a whole new segment.
Exactly, yeah.
So shout out anyone who's listening, who's a local talent, wants to play a bit of music and get on the show. So yeah, what I wanted to go into also, Anthony, I'm okay to call you Anthony
Yes,
as
that's
well,
fine.
aren't I? Pleasure. Basically, you released a song like we follow you. You know, since you said you were going to come on, we had a look.
We've been following you.
We did it. We did the background checks, and you released a song last night.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, one went up yesterday. Yeah.
You are prolific in terms of releasing content.
I've been trying to do it once a week. At the
Yeah. That's sort of what we work off as well. That's a really good idea. So, tell us a bit about how you got into music, the song that you released last night, and how you motivate yourself to keep a constant release schedule with what you're doing. You're right to talk about that bit?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, shoot, you go ahead. I mean, there's about 3 questions there. But
basically, what started it all off was, obviously I've been doing music for years and all that, and it was just that one of my friends was doing it actually, and he said, you ought to go on YouTube again, because I started YouTube in 2006 when they started it, but not the music. It was my cousin used to come over and we just made stupid little videos and skits and things, and they are as TK Studios, we decided to call ourselves with that. So he came up with the name TK. I don't know where he got that from.
I thought there'd be some resemblance to your name, but it was just
our surname's Atkin, and because it's ATKIN. He just said that sounds really cool, because he was only about 14 because at the time. And we used to just make these. We used to do Doctor Who spoofs and all sorts. We did one. His mate come once, and we did this joke that obviously when David Tennant was the Doctor, Rose was the companion.
Yeah, it was my favourite.
And he always used to say to him, "Oh, yes, Rose. I'm not Rose." That was the joke that we had to run it right through all the time. That's what started off anyway, and then obviously got older and things changed, and obviously it didn't come so much now because obviously he works for Rolls Royce now because
really?
So
Awesome.
he's obviously busy in that.
Yeah.
Hi Ash, if you're watching.
Send it out. No, but at least TK Lee has stood the test of time.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's now transcended into music.
Yeah.
So just talk to me briefly, and Harry, of course, he's here, about how you maintain a steady release schedule. Is it something you're intensely passionate about, or something you say, hey, this has got to go out? Do you know what I mean?
Well, basically, I have a Discord server. Hi to everyone in the Discord server. I know you're all probably watching.
Shout out, boys.
Basically, they keep me going.
Really, motivation and whatnot.
Because they want content. So,
And how does the Discord server work? What
basically, what you've got is I'm a member with a YouTuber called Alex Clark.
Right.
Shout out Alex Clark.
He's quite big, you know. He's like 3, 4. They'll tell me in the comments. And he's sort of I've sort of been he has his Discord server where he talks to his fans. So I joined that years ago. They call us the Slackers. And that's what I said. Anyway, he comes on every time he releases a video. Honestly, that chap goes mental when he joins. Anyway, I got a few friends off that, and of course, he got to know I was doing music, and they all say to me like, "Well, what are you releasing next?" and all that, and it got me going. I thought, I'm gonna get some songs out for him, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So are they all original songs then, or do
most
you do
of them
covers?
are? Yeah, I mean, I do covers as well. I mean, the one yesterday that we released, that's what we call the Slacker song. I actually made that for Alex and the Slacker crew, you know, and there's a different version of it. And I did an acoustic one ages ago, and I thought, I'll release that now. That sounds all right. So that was the one that went up yesterday.
And how do you get the inspiration to create all these new songs then?
Well, basically, just play around with my laptop and things, and I'm just messing around. As I say, they've probably seen on some of the videos where I just sit in the studio, just see what happens. That's usually it, and then things like that, like what we were just playing now. Usually it's just seeing what sounds good. They think, oh, that sounds quite
just
good.
Riffing off.
Just going
and then
from
that's it. But that's where you get it from. And then you get a tune together and you make them up and everything. It's quite good actually.
That sounds really interesting. Also, talking about, what would you say to anyone who wants to get into music?
Well, basically, it's very easy to do. I mean, some YouTubers, there's a YouTuber called Rumi Official, who I watch, and he does challenges every week because he's doing daily videos now. I mean, I think he lives in Brighton somewhere because he knows PewDiePie and all that, those sort of people. Anyway, and he does challenges and he gets people on. That's a good way to get into it because he will show people that impress him, and also he gets things, and then people go and subscribe to their channels and move on from there.
But it's if we've not already said, you can follow TK Lee on YouTube at TK Lee.
Yeah, do you want to plug
yourself? Do you want to plug yourself? What else you got? Any other channels?
There is TK Studios, which is the older channel, but that's just older stuff and things.
Skits and whatnot.
But yeah, if you want to see some of the old mad stuff, that's what to check out.
The inspiration.
Yeah, that's it.
Where it all started.
Before the hair went grey.
Mate, at least you still got your edge.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean?
That's it.
I have to wear a hat. I got massive bald spot. But yeah, to be honest, Anthony, it's been an absolute pleasure, and it's been a surprising pleasure. And you're obviously a very, very lovely man, and I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything else you want to say about
this? No, that's totally fine. As I say, I enjoyed that visit as well.
Yeah, mate, smash that.
Well,
smash that.
Thank you very much,
Anthony.
Anthony.
So much, Anthony. Thank you so much.
Pleasure for coming on. I get too tired. This is off for doing that, you know.
Nice dog.
So yeah, that is just Argos that came from.
We good? Please just tell me. Welcome to episode 17 of the Sunday Roast. I am joined today with my co-star and probably my third favourite friend. Exactly. You've just dubbed yourself. Harry Ward, and we're here again, and we're in the brand new studio. Shall we just cover that briefly?
Yeah.
Like what you've just seen is a new segment which we're into. Why are you so much taller than me on that? I'm insecure.
Just your chair's well there. What are you doing now? Now you're popping off.
I'll go down a bit. What you've just seen was a Sunday Night Live segment.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Let's just briefly go into how it came about. Sunday Night Live was an idea that was thrown around for some time. We wanted to create a new segment where we introduce local talents. Brad Deer, we're coming for you. Brad Deer, I'm going to message you. You will
Brad Deer, I know you know that you're not sure that this whole thing exists, but when you do, find out.
When you do, we will materialise you on this very set. So Brad Deer, shout out. You're coming on.
We'll immortalise you onto YouTube.
We will immortalise you. Now, Sunday Night Live, going back to the point I was just making.
Yeah, I'm sure it was good.
It's like Saturday Night Live, but it's Sunday Night Live, and it's poorly made.
Yeah.
So what we did was we didn't really go into it that much, but I'm just going to start off by saying thank you so much, Anthony, for coming on. Appreciate you. You're a sweetheart. And how do you think that went?
I thought it couldn't have gone any better.
I was a bit nervous, to be honest. I was apprehensive.
I was a bit nervous because that was the first guest we'd had that wasn't in our direct friendship group.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to branch out now into the realms of niche entertainers, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
Now, Anthony was a great sport. Mm-hmm. Came on, did his fucking bit. Didn't bitch about it. Came on time. Smashed it.
He forgot his laptop.
Forgot his fucking laptop. With all his music on.
We had a bit of a dilemma there. We didn't know what to do because we planned this particular song, which is...
We went through his backlog, as you can all do, TKLee at youtube.com. We went through his backlog and we found a song. We found there's a few in there that are a bit on the melancholy side, but this one was a bop.
A bit more upbeat, wasn't it?
It was called March of the Robots, and we wanted to play March of the Robots, but he forgot his laptop. So we
Not the
did.
End of the world.
So he just fucking riffed.
He just did it on the spot.
He set a fucking preset up on his keyboard, which did, or was it on his amp?
No, he didn't do that.
Yeah, he didn't do that. So he did that, and he came, he saw, he conquered.
Yeah.
Veni Vidi Vici.
Yeah.
Yeah? Might be Vici, might be Vici.
I won't worry about it.
So he did that shit, and I'll be straight, I was a bit freaked out first.
Not a bit shocked.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa, we're really just a viewer who's enjoys the Sunday roast, has come on to the point where he's performing. I was like, whoa.
It was a bit of a shock.
And we got into it, but it went well. It was fun. So we'll be expanding that segment. We enjoyed it. The skits aren't gone. They're coming back. It's just infrequently we'll have a Sunday Night Live.
Whole different cup of tea, wasn't it?
It was a whole different cup of tea.
It was a completely different.
Let's talk about. So we just moved into. Well, I say we. It's Harry's fucking studio.
So what happened is obviously you might have seen it in the last skit. Annie walked out on us, and she kind of. Well, that was the last straw. Obviously, when she saw her, came downstairs and saw a little wizard walking around.
I'm gonna.
And Joe in a wizard's outfit.
I'm gonna reinforce that point. Basically, with the last skit, I think that came out really fucking well. Yeah. Now, the reason being is because we said, I said to Annie, look, here's your lines. This is what I sort of want you to say. Yeah. Now, I want you to get off your chest. Well.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to say, you tell me. You tell him, you tell me. Yeah. We want to know, right? She gets up, steps up to the plate, steps up to the little red cross on the floor.
Yeah.
And she goes, the lines were this. I said, what I want you to say is, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I can't do this. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And she didn't just say the lines. She was the lines.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing for her. Breathed. That's why it worked, right? Yeah. Now, we said to her, like, hey, Annie, just get off your chest, essentially, what you want to get off your chest. What'd she do?
She got it right off her chest, kicked us out of the house, sent us into a little studio, and we took advantage of that.
Mate, it's quite big.
And we've got a new big popping room now. We've made our own soundboards.
He's made his own fucking soundboards, bro. You'd have seen it in the TK Lee bit.
Yeah, you might have seen a little bit. We haven't fully got it because we didn't have enough sticky tape to do the walls. So
sticky tape was trash as well.
Yeah, the sticky tape was
trash.
Fuck
that store, whoever sold you that.
Amazon. Shout out Amazon.
Fuck you, Bezos, man. Fuck you, Bezos.
It was like 99p. So yeah, we're going full studio.
Yeah, because last night, I'm just talking to you now, I haven't actually covered this at all.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do a vlog bit, or we're not sure yet?
We're not sure.
We'll see how much content we got. Because we did some of the jewellery and hate stuff last night.
We might be able to get something out of it, but
we'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see how fucking tired we are. I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally and physically drained.
Really?
No, I'm okay. I'm just like...
You spent too long with me.
No, I'm not. Let me rephrase. I'm not drained from the concept. I'm drained from this morning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, ooh.
It was a bit stressful.
Yeah. But it came out okay. Yeah. Shout out to TK Lee. He offered off camera to do a mix-up with us.
Yeah.
We will be taking you up on your offer.
There's going to be a
there'll be a TSR mixtape. No, actually, do you know what? Next skit for next week.
Yeah.
In my fucking diary, I've penciled in TSR mixtape.
Have you?
Yeah.
What? So next week we're dropping.
I think right. Okay. If we don't, it will be a skit and it will be good.
Yeah.
But I think I'm there now. I think we could do it. Yeah. I think if we sat down, we could do it. Yeah, 100%.
We've got to sit down and do it.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do so next week. We're gonna have to fit in the. Well, no, we can do the Saturday. Yeah. So we've got next week. I've got Annie's sister's getting married.
Woo. Do you want to talk about that?
No, not really. Nothing.
Not really. There's nothing. No.
Talk about. I just thought.
And also, it'll blow up in your face at some point if you mention anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to mention. It's just that they're getting married. Big event.
Big event. So, yeah. How's the stag?
Stag was good.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
I went home and stayed in bed for a stag do.
It was the weekend after his birthday.
Yeah, it was the weekend after my birthday. You all saw that. I was a little bit ill.
We've just uploaded as well.
A little bit ill.
The start of this episode has been a... Actually, I'm not even going to apologise, because if you're here, you're here. Ben Smith bonus episode's just gone up as well. Yeah, Ben Smith bonus bonanza, that was from a couple of weeks back. And Ben, if you enjoyed Ben's company, you'll enjoy him intensely as to what he talked about.
In his bonus app.
In his bonus app, bonus unlock. So that was good. That's good. So it's all going well. Fucking hell, I feel like I'm in a job interview now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so yeah, let's recap briefly last week before we really get into it. Rod.
Yeah, let's go.
How'd that go? That was Rod's episode for me. Like, if you haven't watched it, you might enjoy it. Skip through a bit if you're bored. Into Rod's, not this one.
Yeah.
That was that was quite intense, wasn't it?
It was an intense experience. I think we've had 2 back-to-back intense episodes that we didn't really, not that we didn't plan for. But
for me, it's like the episodes we do. It's like a lot of it's just riff. I hate touching it. Like, it's just like riffing to some degree. Just fucking get in on that tree trunk. So like when we had Rod there, thing is I knew getting Rod on, like he is Harry's friendly with him, but he's been my friend for quite a while. And getting Rod on, I knew it was going to be intense.
Yeah.
Because like every conversation I have with Rod is intense. But that said, I'm fucking so glad, shout out Rod, after that conversation, he was like, Joe, I knew after every conversation with you, I actually feel quite drained.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow. So it's not just me with you then.
Yeah.
People feel drained after talking to me. And
it's quite a relief.
Sort of, but I didn't realise I was that intense, but I must be quite intense.
Yeah, but you are, because like it's like when we went to Dublin, it's like some of those conversations just like you just zone out after a while because they just go in, and it's like as soon as you lose interest in that conversation, it's like it's the ball's already rolled and you can't catch up with it. So there's like you've got to stay on the ball all the time in those conversations.
Well, just do it then.
No, because I can't be arsed.
Just fucking
do it.
Just do it.
I can, but then as soon as you slip up, it's over. So it is intense. It is intense.
I didn't know it was that intense. I might be that intense. If I am that intense,
Yeah.
But basically, like hearing confirmation from somebody else going, "You're an intense," not literally paraphrasing, "You're intense." I was like, "Oh shit." A girl's actually called me that before.
No, I'm not surprised.
Not physically. She goes, "You're limp."
Yeah.
But no, she was like, "You're really intense." And I was like, "Oh, right, am I? Okay, I might be. I must be." But so I had that conversation with Rod.
Yeah.
That was intense as an episode. And the week before, fuck me, I don't want to keep relaying it.
Well, we fought all our mates.
I'll shout out Gemma again. Saw her in the pub last night. So shout out Gemma. Not going to go into that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sort of bouncing off walls at the moment. Is there anything you want to do, or should we just?
Let's just call it.
Oh, you want to call it? Okay,
no,
cool.
I'm joking. Right.
Cool.
Right. I got a funny story for you.
No, before we get into this funny story for the new studio, right?
Yeah.
Because we did a hate shoot, and I don't want to say it again because I keep fucking saying it.
Yep.
This weekend, I'm hoping to get it up finally. That was the last bit of confirmation. We need to do the product shots.
Yeah, we'll do them.
Okay, we'll do them after. Okay, so basically, Jake and Annie came in, and earlier yesterday, we did this place up.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we did it all. I'm saying you did most of it. I just lifted some
there was
bits.
a lot of carpet. It looked like a shit tip before. We just chucked everything in. There was bits of carpet, but basically we relayed most of the new carpet. We made a little soundboard. Then we ran out of sticky tape. We couldn't put it on the walls. Got a few desks about here. We got some screens weighing up. We got some LED lights. We got some more LED lights, but they already cut out. So all the stuff that I bought off Amazon. Has pretty much broken.
Yeah.
So the sticky tape's rubbish. We got some LED lights. One of them just blew. I literally touched it and burnt my finger, and then just stopped working.
That was wank. Actually, I'm actually really disappointed in that.
You know, if they were right,
I'm gonna pick them up for the strand.
Yeah.
I can't do it, Daddy. Right, here we are. All right, so look at this. This is impulsive. This is what Impulsive wish they had.
Yeah.
Right, so.
But we've got it. And we've got 2 strips of these, and they connect, and we put one under the table.
So basically what happens here is...
which I've now realised is completely...
Do you see what's going on? Basically, it's fading.
Yeah.
Now it's actually flashing.
Boom.
Oh my God, we've made it blue. Let's go. I didn't realise that was a feature. So basically, we're going to start doing... Let's drop it as shit. Tacky as fuck.
If we get a better one, we actually put it up the wall.
We won't give up on the idea, but we were disheartened. Now, I'll tell you what else disheartened us.
Yeah.
That's fucking giving me the epilepsy, that is, mate.
The epilepsy. Put it on fade.
Yeah, I'll fade it out. So basically what happened was, we spent some time doing this place up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take much credit. Harry did, to be fair. He built a fucking soundboard with his bare hands. Look at them little things. I'm not going to say that because I get roasted for that. So he did that shit, and Annie and Jake came in. Annie, shout out Annie, thanks for helping us with the shoot last night. We do appreciate it. I appreciate it anyway.
Yeah.
And what fucking happened, Harry? These two came in.
They were like, "This is a shithole."
We gassed it up.
We gave it a bit of hype.
We were hyping.
Obviously, we're giving it hype though because we've been in here for 4 to 5 hours, chucking massive carpets.
I know, but we
away.
were skiing each other about it.
Yeah, we were.
We were skiing each other's dicks about it.
This is amazing.
Oh, you're gonna love it, guys. We've done a right good job thinking about it.
We
haven't done that much. We just cleaned it out.
Yeah, we just cleaned.
But because Harry built that fucking soundboard and I just held bits for him, that felt like they didn't appreciate. They just came in, saw the aesthetic, they saw the mise en scène. They didn't appreciate that the soundboard was intense.
Yeah.
They didn't appreciate that took about an hour and a half, 2 hours out of it.
Yeah. And it would take a skilled worker 20 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a long introduction to episode 17. But I'm gonna let Harry dive fucking right in. He's got some tales. And you haven't told me any of this shit, so hit me.
I thought I'd keep this. So,
hit me, daddy.
It's quite embarrassing, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite.
Am I gonna be embarrassed or are you?
No, I'm gonna be embarrassed.
Okay.
You're not gonna
yeah,
be
just hold yourself up for views, mate.
Yeah, no. Well, that's where we get.
Subscribers going up.
Yeah, subscribers.
That fucking job.
If you haven't already,
hit that subscribe and notification bell.
Yep, go for it. So I was in the gym.
No, you weren't. Fuck off.
Yeah, I was in the gym
Get out.
pumping some iron.
Yep.
And I was actually on the running machine. And I was feeling a little bit gassy on the running machine. And I was fucking running. And it was just me and then this old guy like next to me on the running machine. That's it. Like there's not that many of them. But
Yes.
it was just me and this old guy. And then there was a guy like directly behind me and he was stretching. And I just felt my stomach go. And then I was listening to the TMG podcast at the same time. And I can't remember what they said. And I had my headphones on.
Is it recent one?
And I just let it rip accidentally while running on the running machine. And I fucking because I couldn't hear it because I had headphones on. But I felt it happen.
Yeah, you felt the vibrations going through the lower half of your body.
That was loud. Do you know what I mean? There's no way that hit so many vibes for that long.
Yeah, facts.
And wasn't loud. And
how did you play it off?
She kept running.
Well, you run a running machine. Oh, imagine though. You do it, you're just like, and then you're like, just walk off. To get a fucking, you get one of those tissues, just wipe your bum, put it in the bin, walk out of the gym.
Right. But I thought, like, there's me, there's an old guy, right?
Yeah.
If everyone else in the gym's there, they're going to blame the old guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, because old guys classically go into places and just shit themselves or poo themselves.
They have a little bit of flatulence.
And the only reason, sorry mate, I'm just interrupting mate, I've got massively high energy levels now, go on.
No, but like that's who you're going to pick, do you know what I mean, out of the two of us. But the only guy that knew it wasn't him in the room and knew exactly who it was the old guy next to me who didn't have headphones in. Fortunately, about 50% of people probably have headphones in. And it's not a big gym. They fucking knew.
Well, the people around you though, were they like regulars?
I don't know. I didn't dare.
Do you know what? It doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day because it's just one of those things that you put more weight on that everyone else does. The reason I say old people shit themselves, even though it is a bit of a trope.
Someone closing the door. Hello.
I hope that's not an old person fucking coming for me.
Could be. Might be my dad.
He did just sigh and pant, so I'd assume that.
Could be.
It's falling over. Yes.
It is.
Right, guest appearance. Right, so Richard Ward's been here helping out Harry in his fence, and he's just popped in. Do you want to say hello to the strong viewership? No, you're not on frame. You come
Hi
in.
everybody. I'm enjoying a profit.
Are you joining briefly?
Yeah. All jobs complete. Mission accomplished.
Right, get that chair for
You've
him.
even brought a mug.
No, we'll get you a chair. Yeah, go on, mate.
Just rescued your dog because he didn't.
Keep going.
The dog tricked me.
I'll do it. How
and
you
got
sit
out.
chair. I'll do it.
What?
The dog tricked me and got out.
What do you mean tricked you?
Always tricking you.
He said, he said, open the gate, I'll hold it while you get your tools out. And as I picked up my tool bag, he slipped past me. So I've had to rugby tattle the dog. So gone on his mind, scruff for his neck, right? Now listen, this is not the end of the story. Chucked him back in, I've got that cup you've given me with screws in.
Right.
I thought, mission completed, done all your little jobs.
Yeah.
Had me cup of tea, and then threw my tea away, and of course it's got all your screws in, hasn't it? I thought there's got tea in it, so I just threw them all away.
Was this where? Just on the grass?
Yeah. I found one. I think you got another, I only lost one.
So there's just a load of screws now on my
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, I've left it now as traps just in case your dog tries to escape again.
You're still rolling, aren't you, Harry?
Yeah.
Am I in frame?
Yeah.
You might have to scoot over a little bit, Richard.
Which way?
There, you good there? There.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, so I've done all your jobs for you.
Good stuff.
That
So
was
that Harry
fastest-
can make it big on a YouTube
Fastest
podcast.
DIY jobs, but the dog was a bit of a hard.
Why do you always lose my dog?
He's black. Not in a racist way. I can't
it's-
see him.
It's daytime.
Although it is daytime today.
It's
yeah.
probably the brightest day
I
we've
can't
had.
use that as an excuse. He
So
was a
you
bit
think-
quicker than me this morning.
You're less intelligent than my dog in that circumstance.
How did it get out? Take us through it.
Well, I lifted up the latch and I picked my bag up. But as I picked my bag up, put on my back of my shoulder, he obviously saw the opportunity to
In
gap.
the front door. Oh, it's not...
Dropped his right shoulder to go one way and sneaked round the other way like that. I
Done me
thought
faint.
He's been watching.
Done me faint.
Yeah, and I'd gone. I thought he's
Do
had
you know
me.
what? I'm starting to think that Richard likes chasing after your dog. Because it's happened a couple of times now, and I'm sort of getting the impression that Richard sort of thinks, Harry's out.
Yeah.
I can have
Nothing to
I
do.
can chase the fucking dog for a
Keep
bit. Do you
me
know what I
fit.
mean?
Keep
Yeah.
me fit.
How long did it take before you caught it?
No, I caught him at the end, just as he was just about to go into the 616 and wave traffic down
And
with
be
his
roadkill.
face.
Was he actually running into the
Because I
road?
saw the big hole in the wall in the fence, I thought if he goes through there, this is going to be a
Did he actually
dog.
run? Did he actually run towards the road?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, the irony of Richard like making a fence for
Yeah.
your dog not to get through to then
Yeah.
get hit on the fucking
Yeah,
road.
I didn't realise when I put the trellis up, he was already on the outside. I'd locked him out, locked myself inside, and I couldn't escape from the garden. He completely tricked me.
You've
He's
thrown
quite
out. You've
smart.
knocked Harry for 6.
Yeah,
You knocked Harry for 6.
He's, it's a bit like Muttley off, what's he called Wacky Races.
Oh, I don't know, mate. That's not off my time.
I just don't get how every time you've been responsible for something, it's almost always gone wrong.
Do you know my first day at the pig farm? I was at Burnt-
No, we
Burnt-
don't. Reiterate. How did we get to the pig farm? This was a job.
This was a job, that was my first job after leaving school. I was going to Brackenhurst College
Yeah.
to do agricultural merchanting.
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know. But I'd signed up for it, and the first year you have to work on a,
Pig farm.
well, any farm, yeah. But I went for the pig farm
Did you? Any reason?
because they didn't want to give me a job. And very first day, this guy, the pig, escapes. You know Burnt Stump? You know Burnt Stump pub?
Pavia's rugby.
Oh yeah.
at the back
go
there.
On. Go on then.
And that's sort of park as well, isn't it? There?
Yeah.
And and the farm's at the back,
Mm-hmm.
and he went across there into the woods, and the guy said, "Catch the pig, don't let it go." And I grabbed hold of its tail, and this pig literally dragged me like that across the woods. He says, "Whatever you do, don't let go."
You mean like, and the pigtails aren't long, are they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And it was like straight across the road. He was killing himself as I sort of disappeared into the woodland.
So the why? Okay, you didn't want to work on another farm, but why pigs? What gravitates you towards pigs? Like, have you been
They're
attracted to them for
intelligent.
long? Or?
They're intelligent.
They're intelligent beings. Yeah.
Yeah, you could. I mean, that was factory farming in the 80s. That was pretty intense farming, and there'd be about the size of this room, and you'd probably have about 40 pigs in there.
What in here?
Yeah. I mean, sort of
Yeah.
piglety size.
Yeah.
And it grew. And at 70, I think it's at 70 kilos, you send them for pork.
So in terms of like, how did they feed them? Just sort of like sprinkle it, spray it on, like
Feeding them?
Yeah.
No, there were antibiotics and all sorts. They
Really,
were,
just keeping them well, keeping them well.
Yeah.
So
Tell
It's a pretty advanced place.
Tell
that
us what happened when the most unique event, I know what it is,
All right.
that happened at the pig farm.
The unique event.
What
pigs.
happened to the floor?
Oh yeah. That was freaky. Yeah.
Okay, let me just caption this. Pig farm stories with Richard.
Yeah. There's a few pig farm stories. Yeah. What happened is, all the pigs used to rush out into these feeders. Big pigs, this is sows. So they're probably about what's a sow weigh? Probably about 150 kilos, 180 kilos. I don't know, maybe more. Yeah, they're big things.
Jeez.
And what you used to have to do is pull these hatches up, these pens, open the gates, and then run out the way because all these pigs would just come rushing out for food, like that. And as they made their way across the yard, right, the yard just went like that and collapsed.
As in the flooring?
The floor, like an earthquake, And what was holding the whole of the, because it was obviously where they got mining subsidence up there, subsidence. And there was a hole probably about, I don't know, 8 foot across and as deep. And the pigs just went straight into it. And where all the pig gunge and poo and sloppy wee had been going from the whole of the farm, it's like a channel underneath. And these pigs were just going down into this quicksand. And underneath this concrete. The whole farm was held up by concrete that thick. Not apart from pig swill and gunge underneath, and the pigs were and the manager's going, try and get him out. No way, man. I'm going in there for a pig.
No way, man.
Yeah.
No way, man.
I still see, you used to have to pick pigs up by their ear and the tail.
Yeah.
And I can still remember him grabbing hold of this pig, big sow. And
with his ear?
And it's slipping away and going underneath the edge. And it's like, oh my pig.
So all these pigs just drowned in their own feces?
Did any of them die?
Yeah, probably lost about 4 or 5, I think.
Wow.
I don't know how much they were. I mean, they were sows, I don't think it was expensive, but boars were really, really expensive.
They were the deal, weren't they? The real deal.
So, and that's not the only time you've fallen through flooring, is it? When you were
it's not the only time I've fallen through flooring, but I've got more pig stories.
Yeah, let's go in more into the pig stories while we're on the pig topic.
Talking about boars, there was a guy.
Boys or boars? Please say boars.
He used to live on the pig farm, and he lived like a pig. I mean, he was a big lad.
Yeah.
He got not got a lot going for him. To be honest
what's he doing now?
He's probably still on the pig farm.
I mean, he's made his own podcast on a Saturday morning and still doing nothing.
But he used to look after the breeding of the boars.
Breeding.
And they're quite vicious. You don't realise they've got teeth like that. You have to give them a helping hand. Yeah. And they've got dicks that big.
Come on.
No, seriously.
No,
and did you know? This is probably where you got the word screw. They have a spiral at the end of the penis.
Really? To get it in?
Yeah, so it goes
like a drill. Yeah. Hooks in.
True. It's true. That's why I wish you were in. You can't get out again. But you used to have to open one gate, let the one boar in, and then you'd have to let the other one out. And he often used to do it. He'd mix the boars, and once the boars get to the fight to the death.
For the woman.
Well, they could just fight. No, he was looking after the boars. I mean, you would put them with not with a woman.
Sure.
To the sow. Yeah.
The what?
The sows, the females.
Sorry.
You don't
know the dialect.
Gross. That's some other video.
So you'll have to show me where you get them.
This guy had one job in the entire world, which was don't let another 2 boars.
Yeah, and he had a speech impediment as well, which didn't go that way. He was quite bad as well. He goes, what is it, mate? What is it? What? And he couldn't get it. He didn't know what he was saying. In that time, he'd lost 2 boars. Because, and they're about, in those days, they were probably about, I don't know, $2,000 a piece. Like that.
And they would just fight until one of them died.
No, what happened? They would fight, one of them would kill the other one, and then the other one would die as well. Seriously.
So it's like a bee, they just take themselves out.
Yeah, they get so highly stressed, highly strung, that they would die.
They've killed them.
I won.
Just fucking gassed off their victory so hard to the point where they keel over.
They cannot survive out of domestication to the point where they just kill each other.
Well, I don't know. Where do you get wild pigs?
How's the mating work? Asking for a friend.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How does that?
I'm asking
like,
you.
What do they? So they must have like one boar and then just like a load of.
Yeah, they used to. That guy used to rent his boar out.
Oh really?
Rent boy.
Rent boy.
Yeah. You see him when he used to drive up about 7 o'clock. We're standing on the corner, you know.
Does he like put a bit of makeup on and stuff?
Yeah. But yeah, it was expensive loss. That was.
Yeah.
But,
How often did that happen?
Well, I was only there just over a year, and it happened at least twice.
Right.
He lost 8
Not
grand.
only did he leave that, when we
Good.
were, this is a good one. We used to do all the harvesting for a lot of the other farmers in that area, and he used to go out and we used to go at 7 o'clock in the morning. We'd be harvesting till 10 o'clock at night in the summer, right? You couldn't do that now with people, could you? You wouldn't work those hours. And I remember being at Calverton near the pit, and we could see smoke coming. That guy, Mick, used to come and fetch the. He could drive the tractors on the road, so he used to fetch the bales. He'd stack all the trailers up, and then somebody else would come. He'd stack. It was all done by hand then, no balers, of course. Sorry, there were balers, but there was no stackers, so he'd have to sling all the bales up onto the trucks, and you could see smoke going up from the farm.
Yeah.
And of course he was a smoker, and he got me smoking like this. And then threw his bag over the back with the straw, and you can see this smoke. And then when we got a lift back, he was there crying, and his back wheels of his tractor.
Was this the
were
same
on
guy?
fire. Same guy, yeah, same guy. Yeah, he was a bit.
Really painting the fucking picture, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's just a massive liability.
Yeah, he
this
was,
guy.
I think he probably ended up killing himself. To be
Jerking. Yeah, that's normally how
Accidentally,
it goes with liabilities, isn't it?
yeah.
They just end up.
He used to live on a caravan inside, and I tell you, even the pigs wouldn't go in there.
The pigs won't go in there. Have you been in there?
Yeah, I've been.
Did you been in there? What was happening in there? Anything
Yeah,
funny? Funny business?
You couldn't get your head in it. It was just disgusting.
Right, good.
It really was.
Yeah, good.
And that guy used to live on the caravan on site, but the pigs were cleaner.
You had another story that we may as well bring up while you're talking about farmyard stories, which was
segment.
Someone was jumping out of a tractor.
Oh no, that was Phil. Yeah, he was. As I was driving past, he jumped onto the top of the tractor when I was driving it across the yard.
Onto your tractor?
Yeah, and I was driving. I don't think I could drive on the road. We could drive it around the farm.
Yeah.
And he jumped on top of it, and of course the tractors then would have the exhaust pipes, wouldn't they, going up? And I slammed the brakes on deliberately. He went flying forward, grabbed hold of the exhaust, spun round, burnt all his hands on the.
Richard, his mate's just died.
Great, yeah. Quite a hazardous job, but
Yeah,
he used to
so
read
was
these books where the amount of people killed on farms, you can understand.
Really?
Yeah, because he used to let 17, 18-year-olds.
Just muck around.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
It isn't. Yeah, it ain't the safest place.
But like, you're probably the best person on a farm because you just like miss death by that much.
Yeah.
So frequently.
Yeah.
That it's not really a problem for you,
No,
is it?
No, I shouldn't have. He walks past me often. Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Have you later?
Never does.
Oh yeah, sure.
Speaking about tractors, the funniest event that's ever occurred to me, and you might have been there. I don't know, like we were about 15, going somewhere. Yeah. And turned round and Paul Knight. No, who was it?
Oh yeah, we were on the bus.
Who was it? Who is it? What's his name? Paul what? The little funny one.
Yeah,
funny
it
one.
was him.
And he was just fucking driving a tractor. He was like 14 or 15, just like on the main fucking road.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
Like, you're right.
We were
it's
on
just
a
like,
bus.
Yeah. But I didn't know like that was a thing.
No,
But
it was
talking
just
about farmyard stories, obviously that was a very interesting segment, Richard. I didn't actually know you worked on a farm. Do you know what I mean?
A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't. Is it something you keep to yourself or?
Try to.
Yeah. So when's Jasmine coming on?
Well, you need to invite her on. Yeah.
She's
I
coming on.
should have.
I want to get Jasmine and Molly on.
Yeah, should have.
Do you reckon they'll like it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'll come on?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Maybe the audience.
You
would.
seized up? You frozen up?
I just don't know what. Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe the audience would.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know there's a few viewers who probably would like to see Jasmine.
Yeah. Certainly is. Yeah.
Jason being one, shout out Jason Lloyd.
Yeah.
So in terms of today, Harry, do you want to say something about?
About what?
What? Because Rich has just fucking thrown you off.
Yeah.
Did you have anything?
No, I'm complete. I'm almost out now because I was wondering if Well, I didn't expect you to come on, to be honest.
Well, I didn't. I just thought I'd tell you about nearly killed your dog again. Do you want me to look after him at the weekend?
Absolutely not. Well, I'd like you to be able to look after him without like any near-death experiences. Do you want to explain what happened last time? We kind of covered it.
Did you cover it? Oh, when I looked after the dog, yeah. Well, that wasn't pitch black.
He did cover it, but I've got something. I do actually want to talk about something. I want to talk about. Okay, so I've just opened up my emails with Harry's topics, and one was ripping in the gym, which I assume is something you've just covered.
Yeah.
What's this Kim K marketing strat? Is that interesting or not?
No, it's not that interesting.
Oh, cheers.
I thought it was interesting.
I'll go back to my fucking book.
No, I did that for last week anyway. That's a week off.
What's Grant Cardone saying?
This is. Where's the email? Coronavirus.
Yeah, this is interesting. So this is Grant Cardone. Shout out Grant Cardone. Love you. I actually do like some of his stuff, but
I do like some of his stuff. Have you ever heard of Grant Cardone?
No.
He's like a sales training master extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I've actually read a couple of his books back in the day when I was hyped.
Yeah.
I used to get hyped off GC.
I read 2 of his books.
Uncle GC.
And basically, I'm part of his newsletter, and then you could take probably a leaf from this branch for marketing.
Yeah.
Coronavirus. What I'm doing. That's the title of that's the subject of the email.
Shout out GC.
It's on the news everywhere. Coronavirus. Some people have asked me, Grant, what are you doing about it?
Good accent.
First off, I always tell people that being a control freak is a good thing, good in capital letters. I want to control my life and my surroundings. That means taking initiative, in bold. I don't sit back and wait for the authorities to tell me what to do. I take precautions beforehand, just as I would with a hurricane or any other potential danger. So, for subject matter of context, the last time there was a hurricane, he did a 99% hurricane sale and said that the hurricane was blowing all the prices away.
I just literally opened Facebook and GC came up just chilling. That's GC.
He's
looking well for it. He's looking well for it.
Yeah.
So Google was listening to me there. Go on.
Yeah. So I'm not saying there is going to be an epidemic. I don't pretend to predict the future. Things could get really bad, or maybe it will just be a few cases and it will be controlled with much hype about nothing. But good or bad, I always look to prepare myself and my family. So this is where it takes a turn.
Yeah.
But beyond that, my advice to you is simple. Watch something positive with a link to his YouTube channel. The only thing you'll get on TV or your YouTube feed is more coronavirus hysteria. It's negative. I'm not saying to ignore what's happening in the world, but what I'm telling you is purposefully control what you watch. Later this week, I'm looking forward to rewatching the 10X GrowthCon we just held in Las Vegas.
Punchline.
You can replay all the keynotes and fireside chats by ordering right here. Do you see what he did?
You see what he did, Richard?
No.
Richard
he dragged you into coronavirus.
Yeah. And then just
transitioned.
Yeah.
Pulled it back.
Yeah.
To his product.
Yeah. Anyway, but did that hook you in? Did you want to go?
No.
Did you just skip over it like you do most stuff?
But we're talking about it now.
But we're talking about it. Yeah. So for our 43 subscribers up in the world, they might go and check it out now. So he's done a small job there, hasn't he?
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you think of GC? Now, GC is the type of man who hooks onto trends.
Yeah.
And he, by and large, does a poor job of utilising them and turning them back to his product. What was the one with the tornado? This was actually fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I was on about. That's literally made a reference in the email saying that like a hurricane, I would be...
Yeah, he was like pretending to get. He brought umbrellas in his office, didn't he?
He was pretending to get. He was running around in his office with umbrellas, and all his staff were saying they're getting blown away. Going, oh my god, we're getting blown away. The prices are all getting blown away. It's a 99% sale.
Discount sale or some shit.
Because umbrellas.
No, because he sells like books and trading stuff. He basically sells
just
all
marketing tech,
feel good internet stuff.
Yeah, right.
What's your?
Well, I would. If he's selling a lot of books, you see, there's a shortage of toilet paper at the moment. Because everybody's gone toilet paper, so he could discount some of his books
and sell his shit
toilet paper
to wipe shit off people's asses. Yeah, that's a good idea for a guy who's marketing a valuable product to then repitch it as something which wipe shit off someone's bum. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Richard. Yeah, pull. That's not a bad idea.
There's some guys I saw in the news in China or Hong Kong somewhere. They'd actually broken into a store, armed robbers, and taken all the toilet paper.
Yeah,
and they're selling it off
at
higher prices. Yeah.
Did you see that like hand sanitizers on eBay for like £50 a bottle now because it's all out?
Yeah. There was somebody on the news the other night. He said he sells normally 100,000 sanitizers a month or something. And he was selling that in a day. He was producing that in a day at the moment.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good
business.
business.
Don't wash your hands. No point.
You see, if you get
as long as you only touch yourself, you'll be all right.
Take note, Harry.
You touch pigs.
You might still need a sanitizer.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, the panic buying is definitely purely due to hysteria.
Stocks had the worst week last week, and then they had the best day they'd had in years.
Because of panic buying?
Yeah, panic selling.
So literally
then everyone was like, oh, it's not actually that bad, and then they jumped. So,
We've gone in on one, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Moderna,
shout out.
We're hoping for some stonks on Moderna.
We're hoping for some returns from old Moderna. Basically, we've gone. Yeah, you tell.
We've invested in a biotech company that are doing trials at the minute to combat coronavirus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not many, but could turn into something.
Could do.
I couldn't get to sleep at 2 a.m. and I was looking it up and I found it. And we went in, and the next day it like blew up, and I was like, "We gotta win everything, boys." But then it went down a bit, didn't it?
But it
stonks.
It went down. It went up and then up and then up and then went down a bit, and then it's kind of.
No, it's a gradual thing. It all depends on the clinical trials.
Yeah.
Like if that's what it says, because they use RNA rather than.
Sorted it out. They run its course and
exactly.
It'll stop spreading anyway.
It even mutated out.
Maximises out at a certain percentage, doesn't it?
There is basically. I was doing some research on it, and basically there is 2 strains. So what there is there's 70% of those infected currently have what's called, well, not called, but is a more aggressive strain.
Yeah.
But that's mainly centred in the Hubei province, given what they believe now is that there's been a strain which was this aggressive strain, which is mutated into a slightly less aggressive strain, but more virulent in terms of transmission. Mm-hmm. So what you have is you have 2 strains. You have one that's more aggressive, which obviously was affected in the death rate at the start. Mm-hmm. And then you have a strain which has mutated out of that strain, which is less aggressive, which 30% of the population have. Mm-hmm. So that one, what they're deeming is that one is the one that's bouncing in terms of transmission, like because of the virulence is higher. But what they're saying is as well, because the onset of the symptoms from the first aggressive strain was quite stark, like the difference that those people were hospitalising themselves initially, so that sort of was contained.
Everyone's getting mad here, aren't they? Because what keeps happening is people think they've got coronavirus, they're going into a hospital full of sick people.
Instead of fucking ringing.
Just ring. Coughing everywhere. Related people.
Like with their kids, like, oh, got coronavirus.
Well, it's not them, it's like the doctor who's got it. And he coughs on them and sends them back out again.
Yeah. Next.
You're alright, mate.
You've been to China and Hong Kong a lot. You must have seen some weird diseases.
I've got actually some interesting.
I saw a guy with his leg, a beggar once in Guangzhou, and his scariest thing, he's running on all fours with his leg round the back of his head.
Like The Grudge.
Like what?
You're not seen The Grudge?
No.
Oh, okay, well, they go down the stairs with his arm.
He's like that, he's running like that. And he's across the... I think, crikey, what's that? And he's got one of his legs around the back of his head.
That would only happen there, wouldn't it?
It would. There's some freaky ones. Apparently they do it... I mean, there are gangs that go around and chop people's limbs off and sit you on the street for begging and stuff like that. And guys with like 90-degree burns always sat on the bridge as you go and catch your ferry. Yeah,
90-degree burns?
Yeah, I mean, just like... It's just ash. Just a pile of ash.
Really?
Like that, with a sticker in, please... tin there, a little flag saying please give generously. His name is Ash. Ashley.
Please water.
Talking about that China was interesting because I got an email. I don't know, you probably work a lot closely with China, but I got an email from one of the manufacturers there the other day. He was like, "Oh, hey Joe, we're back at work now." Yeah. And I had to ask. I was like emailing about something. I was also like, "Oh, is everyone all right? Do you know what I mean?" And he goes, "Yes, we're..." I almost did the accent. Stay clear of that. He was like, "Yes, we're very good, thank you, Joe. We're actually back to work now. The cases are going down. Quarantine's worked. I've heard it's in Europe now. Best of luck. See ya. Also, can we manufacture your? Straight back onto business.
If you wouldn't mind emailing us in 6 weeks when it's probably all past.
Let
me know if you're all right, and then we'll get.
I mean, it all seems like they're going back to work.
Slowly though. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic moving.
Nah.
We've got orders in, but not moving. It's not.
Do you do a lot with them?
Paid your deposit.
Yeah.
And then nothing's happening.
Really?
You've got your money, but they haven't made.
Really? They're still taking orders for it.
Still
to stop.
Well, they took orders. We paid for that probably December. So you paid 30% in December.
When's their normal working time?
Normally, they were supposed to ship like 1st of March, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, but it doesn't look as though anybody's back at work. I sent an email the other day. He said, "I'll update you later." And I think that's a week later. I still hasn't heard anything.
Really?
So I just don't think they're back in full capacity yet.
Well, they had Chinese New Year as well, didn't they? So they had like a week or 2 weeks off, and then they got the coronavirus spread, and so they've just been completely.
But it's everybody else, and it's not just that factory that makes whatever they're making. They've got to rely on a packaging company to make them. Paper or plastic or whatever, so everybody's connected. It'll be a while before it restores.
I was getting my hair cut yesterday, and they were talking about someone in South.
Did you get a refund?
Tested, no, because it looks great. No, good. Someone got tested in Southall, and apparently they came back fine.
Couldn't get it.
But he turned, and then my hairdresser, who's a Romanian barber, he turned around to the boss. You know who the boss is, and he turned around and goes, "Hey Paul, what do we do if they have to shut down the shop?" And he goes, "They won't shut down small businesses. They won't. Carry on."
Okay, Paul, I'll get back to it.
It's like, come on, Paul, just humour him.
You still got that £6 you owe me, Paul.
They can't actually affect small enterprises. Get back to it.
Oh yeah, just humour him, Paul. Fucking hell.
Just come on, Paul.
Come on, Paul.
Yeah, but it's good what the government's saying, because they're going to pay. They're saying you can get statutory sick pay from day one now.
What, for all the staff?
Yeah.
So businesses will just start going bust because they've got to pay their staff to not be in work.
But the government say they do.
We've
done it, but they don't. But
have the government said they will pick up the bill for that or not? No.
I mean, statutory sick pay used to be paid by the government, but now it's paid by businesses, isn't it? So now they've got, if somebody goes off coronavirus or self-isolates, then you have to pay.
Yeah, I heard that. It's interesting what they're doing in terms of what other countries have done and what other countries have taken action on. The UK, or Boris has said, there's a 4-point plan whereby it's like first contain, was it isolate, contain or something like that?
Isolate, contain, shoot.
Yeah. Not so much that.
Spreading.
Basically you're just buying time for vaccine.
But like, stay inside for a long time, for at least a couple of weeks, while we work out what goes on, and then we'll come back. Catch us in a couple of weeks.
We'll text you back.
Barbados, not bad there.
Well, the thing is like, that's the only thing they can do, is just isolate people, put them in a room, leave them there.
The quarantine measures do work. This is the thing. It's like it's especially in China. It's like if it can mutate in something where its bounce rate is lower, then you'll just isolate and quarantine.
What was interesting actually was a guy was on the radio the other day, and he said that it stays on surfaces. And
that's what it was. It wasn't so much as the airborne. It was more the fact that it just had a very long shelf life on surface. Shelf life, no pun intended. On
used by.
Used by.
Best before.
So just get your hands washed.
Yeah.
I've been washing my hands so much. Look at that.
Well, I remember in Hong Kong when they had SARS, and they would every time you went in the buildings, there was people continuously just spraying.
Yeah, disinfecting.
All the lifts.
But in that Hong Kong, but even still, like in the Hong Kong one, they're still always clean. It's
really have they instilled that into the culture?
You have to sanitize your hands, don't you?
Yeah.
When you go in and out. But it's like, what's the population of Hong Kong?
7 million, I think.
7 million.
In a place about the size of Mansfield.
Really? Is that small?
London's 7 million as well, isn't
it?
7 or 8 million. Like, it's just tiny.
It's all built up.
So if like something hits, do you know what I mean? Then they're.
I looked for Nottingham the other day. It was only like 200k, like 220 or 120. I got confused. It was only like 100, 200k.
I thought it was 350.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, that's what I thought, but when I checked it was like that. So it might be wrong, or it might be small. It might be City, or it might be not City.
I thought there was 150 Mansfield, unless that's including like
150k Mansfield. It must be including Sutton, Astro, or
I thought it was about 50 or something like that.
Nah, it's more than that.
Do you count all of them though? They're not quite human, are they? Some of them.
Yeah, true. So we got staff off today with flu. She predicted that on Monday.
Really?
Yeah. She says, "Oh, I think I'm going to get a flu at the weekend." It's convenient. You're supposed to be working.
Richard, I'm feeling this flu coming on. Can you just check the dates for next month on the 14th?
Yeah, I might have something on.
Yeah, go inside.
I feel like I've actually booked in a flu for then. So Richard, you can actually fuck yourself.
I'm going to look through some of my other email subjects. What do you think of Mulan?
Oh, what, Me Too, Mulan?
Yeah.
Mulan?
Have you heard about this, Deb?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to hear Richard's
So Mulan.
uninformed interpretation.
You know Mulan, don't you?
The Disney film?
Yeah, the Disney film. So they've made a live action Disney film. Can you remember watching any of Mulan?
Yeah.
Right. How much so?
Was it Eddie Murphy was in it as a dragon?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So there was a guy in it that's like the love interest kind of thing. He was like, I think he falls in love with Mulan.
Because he thinks she's a girl, could be a man. You're not sure. He's confused.
Yeah, he
was
was
getting
confused.
into dangerous areas.
Basically, what they've done is because
Already.
he's like their commanding officer.
Yeah.
In the new one, they've basically like hacked his character because they don't like the idea that there's like a commanding man.
Yeah.
And as a love interest.
Yeah.
So they've just completely hacked it out.
Yeah.
Like bearing in mind it's part of the.
Could have been a good topic though, couldn't it? You know, he's thinking, oh, that's a guy. I've got my basic instincts. I'm falling for this soldier, but actually he's right, isn't it? Because he was a girl. It could be an interesting sort of dilemma.
But they're worried that having a commanding man looks wrong in the 20th
Basically,
century.
the problem.
Because he's like,
The problem being
abusing his power.
Yeah. The problem being it's like. They've picked a story which they cannot even follow through with because it's too ideologically inconsistent for them.
That's right, because she's interested in commandos, not his privates.
Yes. Yes, correct. So there's that.
I'll read the quote. A Disney producer says the character Li Shang is missing from the live-action remake of Mulan as his storyline is not
because
appropriate.
He's a cartoon.
In the Me Too era.
You'll see him at the back as a scribble.
The fact that they even called it the Me Too era as well.
No, it's like hasn't the Me Too stuff.
What does Me Too mean?
It was basically like if you've been abused by a man, the whole idea was you were a Me Too woman, and then it stretched to men also saying that they had been abused too.
Yeah.
That's the whole Harvey Weinstein thing.
Yeah.
You followed that?
Not really.
No. So he was a producer in Hollywood.
I know he is. I know the story, but I haven't followed it.
No, and I'm sure you don't follow him either. But what
Sure,
I mean
follows
is,
Richard.
But he has been eyeing you up.
Yeah.
After the last podcast.
Yeah.
No, he's
said you look great.
He would do. Yeah.
He got done for rape recently, and he was basically abusing his power with young actresses.
Yeah.
And then it stretched further that other people were doing it as well to younger men. And then Terry Crews, a 6'6" massive black guy, came out and said, "Why are you ringing me?
Who's this?
I'm on the podcast." What?
But she can't get in.
She's got a key. She can get in. That swerved me. Yeah, so then Terry Crews came out and said he'd been touched too, and then it kind of went from, the tiniest of girls to the biggest of men. Yeah. We're all getting abused in Hollywood by just anyone and everyone, really. Mainly producers. And that's how the Me Too era came about, and everyone said, "Me too, I've..."
See, all right, I get it, all right, okay.
They've sort of like miscontextualised that as well.
Yeah.
Like they've used that as a buzzword to make their point.
It wasn't actually a Japanese person called Me Too.
No, it wasn't Japanese, and it wasn't the fake one either. So no, nothing like that.
That's interesting.
Any comments, Richard, or you don't want to get yourself into dangerous water? Thought that might be the case.
Why, being the boss of a businessman, of a business, have you got a few power struggles yourself?
Not really.
No, you've got massive power struggles.
Yeah,
you can't contain.
I can't contain getting my stuff there on time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Is that lad gone now, or are we allowed to talk about it, or is it a legal thing?
What illegal?
Kloof.
Oh.
What's he saying?
Don't know. There's nothing really to say, really, is there?
I mean, is it sorted?
It's not about Cliff.
I don't think you probably should. Not that he'll watch.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want to talk about it. I was just interested. It's sorted now.
Oh yeah.
It's not an ongoing thing. So
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You nick the stuff. You get.
You're out.
You're out, mate. You can't stay.
No, Richard, cut your hands off.
You just said I don't want to talk about it. Then when if he nicks the stuff, he's out.
If he nicks the stuff, he's out.
You just summarised it so quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't give any names there, did I?
No, you didn't.
No.
Did I go on to the farmyard story?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Go on. I have.
Yeah.
You have. Let's go, Rich.
When you got bullied by your brothers.
Yes.
We
all love brothers bullying each other.
My brothers when we had chickens. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, that one, the chicken one.
I was about. That was abuse actually. There you go.
All right.
That was abuse.
Okay, that's some real abuse.
I was probably about 7 years old.
Excellent. Good start.
We had chickens, domesticated chickens, and my two brothers pegged me down on the floor.
Do you know what pegs means?
Stretched out like that, and then they put chicken feed on my chest and let the chickens out, and I was tortured while they sat up in a tree giggling at me.
Now I know why I picked the pig farm.
Because I couldn't go on a chicken farm after that.
Yeah.
I could handle pigs. But,
So they pegged you down with the literal like tent pegs almost.
How did they?
Yeah.
He was only 7, so
Would
he
you
was
say it
little
was
arms.
a Christ-like moment as you were pegged to the floor?
Crucified. I didn't hear the.
Did it feel like a rebirth, like a
I didn't hear
transcendent
the sort of
rebirth?
heavens open and
You became a
ray
different
of light.
person.
Yeah.
From
I was
that.
hoping that somebody was going to stick me in the side with a very sharp stick because it was painful.
So basically, you've been pegged down. You've been pegged by your brothers. And what happens then is obviously as you've been pegged, the chicken. How many chickens were there? Were like a flock of them?
I don't know.
Did it hurt, or were they just
12.
like nipping?
It hurts when you're 7.
Yeah,
And don't forget they're climbing on you with the claws.
Yeah, they're little dinosaurs, aren't they? Little fucking raptors.
They probably are actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're the closest thing to it.
Your biggest fear is rats,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. Was I'm not sure if I'm scared of rats now.
So why'd you birth one?
Not scared of rats. I remember watching Indiana Jones with you when he's in the sewers and you.
Oh yeah.
That is a freaky ass scene, though, isn't it?
Rats in water.
But
That is freaky.
It is, yeah.
Wasn't there a time once?
And snakes in water.
Snakes are
Water snakes are a bit freaky.
Snakes in water. I'm alright with snakes, but snakes.
What about snakes on a plane?
But they should make a film like that. Shouldn't
Yeah, they should. I don't know why no one's done it. It's a great idea.
Was there not a time where you were sent to finish off a rat with an air rifle and it didn't go to plan?
I think
What's it
we
with about
caught
Richard
a rat
killing
in a
animals?
trap. We caught a rat in a trap, and I went to shoot it with an air rifle, and the rat just stood there and went, and the bullet just came off it like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you tensed up
We
for
couldn't
that
kill
shit?
it. Yeah. You know.
Wasn't the actual story that you walked in and found the rat and you went in with a gun and then ran out screaming?
Could have been. Could have probably threatened me.
I mean, I don't know how old you
I think
were,
I remember. No, actually, we drowned that rat. No, we didn't.
It was a literal drown.
He
rat.
Oh,
was in a
good.
cage. He's in a cage like that.
Right.
And we had a big sink. I remember in the storeroom.
Yeah.
And he dropped the rat.
Yeah.
I think that was my dad. He said the best thing to do is drown him.
Why is that?
And he thought he was a bit free, and
Yeah.
they're even more freaky when they're swimming. Yeah, because they're like they
Yeah.
expand.
Yeah.
And then he sort of went into panic and
And
Yeah.
you watched all of that.
yeah. Would have been good on YouTube.
I suppose that was the days before virtual entertainment, wasn't
Yeah,
it? So
yeah,
you
yeah,
had to just
yeah.
like find creatures
Yeah,
and see
and
what happened.
kill-
if
and
you
kill
put
them.
Put them in water.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of rats, and there's a problem, isn't it? But Dad wasn't scared of him. You'd lock him in a room with rats.
Dad wasn't scared of no rats.
He used to love ratting. Dad did.
Is that what it's called? Just killing rats. How did you say? So why drown them? Is it easier to do or something? Or?
No, he just had multiple different ways.
Yeah,
obviously, just like he found them.
You want to drown that one, son?
Yeah, I was
his
through my
favourite.
Nazi
Strangle that
torture
one.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, son, if you want to get rid of rats, the best way is to stick them in.
Well, you couldn't just take him to a field somewhere and put him in the field because he'd come back again. They were homing rats.
Yeah, I remember Grandad
Home missiles.
showing me a bucket once, and he goes, "I've been out and collected all of these slugs today. They were all over the garden." And then he just goes, "Here, come here." And he had a massive tub of salt, and he just goes, "Just chuck all this."
Really?
He was just chucking.
Really?
He goes, "We'll come back in a bit." And we came back, and they're just like sludge.
Really?
Just decimates.
Does it actually decimate them that bad?
Turn into like sludge.
Your fucking who was that? Your granddad?
Yeah, it was Barry.
You do realise that Barry committed probably the biggest mass genocide of slugs there's ever been today? Or is it that top
It
half
was like
percent?
that thick, and they were all going
Yeah.
over. I don't use.
Did they scream or did they get?
No, they just like I don't know. They
Apparently crabs do or something. don't they?
It's a slug's life.
They kind of bubble.
Slug's
though. It's
life.
like
Yeah,
it's
slug's life.
disgusting. I just remember him. He was so proud that he found all of these slugs, and then he was. Just
That's mental, bro.
Yeah.
That is mental.
I remember him. He was upset that he hired a mole catcher, and then found out that he wasn't killing the moles.
Oh, I remember this because I was around on the weekend when you.
Catching
Yeah,
them.
yeah, no,
This
he
was
was
tell
just
the
catching
story,
them
this is
live
funny,
and
actually.
then letting them over. He was letting them free in the in the field over the road,
And they were digging
then they would
holes
just
through
come straight back. So he had like an eternal fight with moles.
Yes.
Like that went on throughout.
It
his
took up his
There's
retirement.
a
Didn't
very
it?
Entire
good
life, yeah.
70s sketch from Jasper Carrot where he explains about problems with moles.
Yeah.
You should check it, yeah.
The
Jasper Carrot, mole.
That was one of the funniest things I've seen your granddad do though, just walking around with his glasses like just sort of like jabbing the ground where these things were because they were just redundant, weren't they?
We've got one, and you shake it up, and there's like a 7 head of a mole.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like.
Quite cute. Yeah, there's a trap. We used to have a trap that goes into the mole run, and then as it triggers it,
Just
slice.
Really?
Slice
like
it.
it's lasting on.
Yeah, but he used to
Keep it
like
going.
those. But then obviously, like everything went a bit PC in the mole industry.
yeah.
And he started to get humane ones, but he still had these like.
How did the
You had to
humane
go
ones
to
kill them?
arbitration with them.
They would like just cage them, so they'd go in and
Oh,
they
right.
couldn't get out. So they'd have to put them in the mole runs.
Yeah,
but
but
it
they'd
got to
starve.
the point where some of them did. He probably preferred keeping them for a long
Yeah.
period of time. But some of them
Fuck's sake.
would juke him, and they get to it and
Yeah.
then go round.
Oh,
The
really?
trap, and you'd
Right.
know because you dig and you find these tunnels that one's gone
Yeah. He's like,
round the
yeah.
outside.
It'd be coned off with a diversion sign.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
a mole.
yeah.
To get
That
round.
Fucking
was
mole.
the humane mole catcher, and he'd spend like 200 quid a day on this guy putting mole catchers around. And
You used to smoke. You could smoke them out as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
used to
but I
have
thought that
smoke-
Smoke them out.
wasn't that then inhumane as well, classed as inhumane because they would like suffocate in the holes.
Yeah, but they do with rats, don't they? Have that sticky board, don't they? You can put a sticky board in.
What, for
And the
rats?
Rat, yeah, and it sticks to a board. Sticks to a board, can't move like a glue.
Yeah.
It sticks to them and they stay there for ages, screaming.
But I remember him like showing me his mouse and rat traps. Like you think a mouse trap's a bit of fun, like he would go, oh, put it on my finger. A rat trap is like a jaw of spikes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's massive. It's almost like a flipping bear trap, isn't it? They go like that.
Some
and
of
like,
them, yeah. I think they were bear traps.
I
There
wouldn't be
were bear
surprised.
traps up at Wood Farm, yeah.
He
yeah.
could commit atrocities if he wanted. If he had the
Minds.
energy, if he get up at his chair occasionally, he probably could have committed a few atrocities up there. Jesus
Yeah, it
Christ.
sounds like a few genocides were going on in that.
Well, you could have made a film out of it, probably from a bug's perspective.
I remember growing up where the chickens were in that old Wood Farm, and I could hear this rabbit, it was, squealing. It was going, oh, poor little rabbit, and it was on its back. And then as it got closer to it, there's a rat got hold of it and pulling it down its hole.
A rat?
Yeah, freaked out.
A rat?
Yeah, the rat was pulling the.
They're big, it must have been quite big.
Well, yeah, rabbit, that sort of size. Yeah.
How did it catch
Pulling
it?
I don't know. They're quite fierce, aren't they?
Did they just,
Yeah,
you know, the category of them, vermin. They call them. What does that mean? They eat everything. Doesn't it mean there is no specific like they will just eat what's there?
Yeah,
that's the. I thought the point.
I didn't think they caught live creatures.
Huh?
I didn't think they.
That is what vermin is, though, isn't it? It's something that will just eat anything. Like you put it there and it will just devour it.
I thought it was just a pest, isn't it? Vermin?
Yeah, I don't know, but there is no vermin. No, because fox are classed as vermin as well, and pests are different. Yeah, they might just be synonymous with pests, but I thought foxes were classed as vermin.
I think fox is one of those things where they kind of class it as vermin if you don't like a.
No, I'm not saying I class it. I'm saying
No. I mean that's why I think it is.
Is a badger vermin? Because they like to kill them, don't they?
I don't know.
I thought they were. No, I thought there was a category that were. I'm not wrong.
I don't really know what badgers do, really.
They give cows TB, apparently.
But they've never done it.
But they don't. They cough on
they
cows.
Give cows TB.
Give badgers? Them bovine.
Cough on a fucking foot. They're
I've seen
fucking yay high.
They're massive, though, badgers. I've seen one, yeah.
Oh shit, man.
They've been huge. Well, they didn't like get
They're
up.
freaky looking.
They're weird, yeah. They're
freaky.
Like,
their face is
huge,
freaky looking.
They are weird. I couldn't even describe. It's like an enormous squirrel almost.
Yeah, like an armadillo without a shell.
Beefy squirrel.
The one in Rupert the Bear became a policeman.
Well, that's when they were respected.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the other way around, they just
because they cull him.
Scum.
Yeah, they couldn't get him.
They
to
would have
police
been.
force.
Now I can't say that. I was.
What were they
going to
saying?
go on the culling front. And
well, that was the thing. They're not culling them now, are they? They're endangered species, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they cull them.
Well, they're protected, but now they cull them so they can call them endangered species.
Yeah, they culled a load, and then we've got some really endangered.
Yeah.
But to be honest, though, like you only ever see badgers dead on the road. Like
never seen a badger.
One live, and it was near Grandma's house, and that's about it.
Right.
And they just like snuffle around. They live underground.
Yeah, snufflers.
They're not doing much, are they?
No, they're not about it, are they?
Probably chatting with moles and things like that. Maybe the mole goes first, makes a smaller hole, like a pilot hole,
and
then the badger follows it like that.
So
maybe
you're
there are
saying
small badgers.
maybe there's like a kind of chessboard of like underground creatures going on, and the moles are the pawns,
Yeah,
and the badgers.
Or worms. Worms would be first, wouldn't it?
Well,
the
yeah.
worm would go, then the
talking about
mole.
this is divulged a lot. No, I'm going to stay on topic. I'm just acknowledging that it's divulged. Worms. If you cut a worm in half, does it stay alive?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Do you know that?
Fucking Nazi experimentalist knows about it. Yeah, go on.
Well, it's a hermaphrodite, isn't it?
I don't know.
It is a
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But,
So it's genderless?
yeah, it's
Literally.
genderless, but I still thought that like part of it just dies, and the part with like
I can't
the
believe
brain
that.
inside stays.
Is there a
alive.
side with a brain?
It must.
Do you have to cut, or does it have? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Well, even to
discuss
cut a
things
chicken's
out.
head off, it'll still run around for a bit, but it depends how long it's going to. Not that
Yeah,
way.
but that's just like a spasm, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not going to have a
Can
normal life,
worms
Did you-
survive?
Did you cut a head off a chicken?
No, that was Grandad.
That was definitely a story where was it Grandad where he cut a head off a chicken?
Oh, okay. I got you. I get you. So if you cut, actually, do you know what? Worms, are fucking disgusting,
They are
and I've
horrible.
never considered it as a concept. Because you know when you're a kid, you don't.
just pick 'em
You know when
up,
you're a kid,
though.
you don't find stuff like that disgusting.
No.
But then you realise that your brain goes, well, it can harbour this, it can have this. Do you know what I mean? And then
at
you.
school who used to collect them. I'm sure she used to eat them.
If the animal is cut behind the
Probably
tail,
fine.
but the original
Fine
tail of the
protein.
worm will not be grown. Oh, okay. So
What happened?
right, no, it's bullshit. Right. If an earthworm is split in two, it will not become two new worms. The head of the worm may survive and regenerate its tail if the animal is cut behind the citellum, but the original tail of the worm will not be able to grow a new head or the rest of its vital organs, and it will instead die. So it can sort of just like hobble on if you cut the half with a
It's like
head.
you cutting your leg off,
Yeah, like I'll go on a bit, but I won't
but
last.
without treatment.
I'll scream,
Yeah.
and eventually I'll just die of blood loss. So there is a moment. There is an element of
do you
truth
think
there.
that people just used to say that to kids because they just used to tear up?
No, because I know for a fact it's almost like an urban myth beyond kids. Kids fucking stupid as fuck, so they experiment with shit like that.
What about?
So they cut them and then they'll see them wriggle off in two parts.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then they'll be like,
Yeah, but it's actually writhing in agony.
What about a swan breaking your arm? That always used to be a thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't mess about a swan. It'd break your arm. The swan. What's the swan going to do? Get your arm. Get off your swan. How's the swan going to break? That's what people used to say.
Right, well, a swan will break your arm.
Don't go mess about a swan. It'll break your arm.
Yeah, I remember.
Is it because they're just like vehemently aggressive? Do you know what I mean?
Very aggressive and strong.
Not really. I bet it's never ever happened.
No, I don't think.
No.
I think that I'm sure I watched a thing where they kind of delved into that, and they were like.
Because we used to have geese, and they could bite you and pet you, but they couldn't really break your arm. I dropped a brick on it once. On its foot, that must have hurt. I mean, you've got webbed feet, right? Yeah. And then I didn't do it deliberately. I just knocked this brick, and it landed on this goose's foot. That's not the only thing.
What did it do?
Yeah. But I mean, that a brick. I mean, bad enough on your own toe, but you think of those little tiny little like that, like that.
Yeah.
Little webbed feet.
But that was the best one. We were playing cricket in the top yard, right? It goes to face the cricket ball. I threw it up in the air, and this is amazing. It came down towards Grandad, and it hit the goose.
I thought you were going to say hit your granddad, do you know what I mean?
Hit the goose, smack on there, and it went whoom. Its head went underneath itself.
Did it die?
No, it's fine.
Probably had brain damage for fucking life, you know what I'm saying? Like animals can't speak.
I had a bad look, that goose.
So you knocked out a goose?
Yeah.
Charlie knocked out a goose, drowned a rat. You also had horses, didn't two of them die?
So the bucket list for Richard is just he wants to kill every time. I'm
not even a hunter,
So what animals haven't you killed?
Humans?
Elephant, yeah.
But you've not killed an animal kind of deliberately?
No. I took obviously our two dogs down to be put down. That was
no, you
didn't do that deliberately.
No, you took one of it. No, you did take two of them. I took the other one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a great experience.
No, it's not. No.
No, it's not a nice experience having a lethal injection.
You can't really say you'll be all right, can you?
No, but they don't understand you.
You're always poor.
Pardon. No, because what they do is they put it down for like 10 minutes until it's like asleep, and then they give it like a lethal injection.
Oh yeah, so they don't even feel it.
No,
it's quite nice.
It's like watching something.
Execution.
He just thinks he's going to sleep though.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
How would you ever know?
Exactly, you never know anymore.
I hate it. It's awful.
Yeah, he's nice, is it?
It is awful. Yeah.
Being euthanized.
Yeah, it is to humans.
Well, you're kind of Sweden, can't you?
Isn't it?
Kind of Sweden,
It's different, I think, when it's someone's choice.
Let's go on to euthanasia. Let's go on to euthanasia as a topic while we're here.
Nothing wrong with
I won't be
euthanasia.
here next week.
No, you won't. We're taking you, aren't we?
Yeah, we take it.
In all seriousness, hit me up. What's your?
You're all for euthanasia, aren't you, Deb?
Yeah.
You've been considering it yourself recently, haven't you?
Yeah. When business is not going well, not getting paid on time, I think it should be open to an option for you. Either pay your debt, pay the tax man, or there's your needle, mate. What do you want to do? Needle, where are we going?
The better place.
Very close to home, that.
No debt up there. Yeah.
So yeah, you're all for it. What are you saying, Ward?
I think it's people's choice.
I do as well. I think it's a bit of a given, to be
I just don't
honest.
think it should be advertised.
Yes, because you really want that to be the final solution.
Yeah.
And you almost want it to be a solution whereby people, for want of a better word, are desperate to the point that it's like they're looking for it as an avenue.
Yeah.
Rather than, hey guys, you've always got this. Do you know what I mean?
I also think it would have to be ridiculously, they would end up making it ridiculously expensive, because it's like, well, you're going to cash out on your life, you may as well give it all to us.
Yeah, but you'd want it to go to the estate, wouldn't you? Your estate.
Yeah, but
well, you would, but that's the
I know they
point
could
is
take a lot off.
But their point is as well, it's the most ultimate and final thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could easily be abused, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Who's the guy that killed all the people in America that time?
Oh, what, in the bed with the Kool-Aid?
You talking about the doctor? You talking about the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
The cult?
Ted somebody, was it?
Ted Bundy. It
No,
wasn't
Ted Bundy was the serial killer. You talking about the Kool-Aid guy? Where the drink the Kool-Aid quote came from?
Yeah. I can't remember what his name is.
I watched the
Kool-Aid
documentary on
Carousel,
it.
by the way. It's coming in, isn't it?
What's the name? Kool-Aid?
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
Mate, I don't know why no one's modelled a drink on that yet. It's a bit in bad taste, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but he convinced everyone, didn't he?
Yeah, what was the point?
He was on TV.
It was if they killed themselves all at that point, they would be escalated to basically a higher place, like another plane.
No, I know the point of that, because that was the cult phenomenon. What I was saying was, How are we relating it to that? Are we just talking about the mass suicide?
I don't know. He was on about euthanasia.
Oh right, because they were willingly euthanasia. But the problem with that is, even though there are many problems with that, is the fact that a lot of people, when they saw the other people dropping off, they were like, I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, it's like
they had a massive hysteria and a panic.
Yeah, I don't think all of them died.
And the kids were like, it was not nice, was it?
No, it was nice because they were just poisoning them.
Yeah.
And some of them survived the poisoning as well, which isn't.
Oh mate.
But that wasn't euthanasia. That's the whole point, isn't it? It's like that was
that was genocide.
That was genocide.
Yeah.
So euthanasia.
That was crimes against humanity.
To take your own life because you're not well, or
but like the difference is that's not a personal choice. Is that that's being indoctrinated into believing that you're not. They were but what my point was is that they didn't believe they were killing themselves. They believed that they were going to a higher plane of existence. It wasn't that right. I know I just want to die now, and I'm opting to die in the most painless and humane way.
Like Richard said, though, in terms of like the abuse of power.
You're going back to that, aren't you? Abuse of power again.
The abuse of power argument, what you were saying, whereby people need it should not be abused. The problem with like giving people
sorry, I just looked at you in that screen and
I look like I'm dying.
Yeah, you look like you need to be euthanized.
I was just a bit chilly and I've sort of like got a bit tired, so I'm just yeah, I'm talking about euthanasia. No, so basically what I was saying, my legs don't work anymore.
Look at your arms. Going.
Sorry, so what I was saying was that okay, so say you give people absolute freedom.
Yeah.
If you follow that to its logical conclusion, you can't then have a problem with people doing that.
No, what I mean is that there has to be a limit on marketing.
Yeah.
That would be my only thing. Yeah. It's just like you need to know it's there, but they can't advertise.
Feeling pissed off, sick of the world, come to us. We'll send you down the chute, burn you within the hour.
It's like Borderlands. Yeah, that I don't know. Like, for me, it's like I always think of it like this, right? I've never been in that position. Thankfully, I've never been in that position. And I feel like if I was, then maybe I'd want the outlet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is as well with euthanasia is the point is you have to go through so many
hurdles and hoops.
Hoops that you may as well, if you really want to do it, jump off a bridge. It's a lot easier.
Do you reckon?
I don't know, but it must put you off going through so many because you would have to do meetings.
Yeah.
They make it humane.
It's better for the family though, isn't it? That's part of the thing. Like if someone just goes and kills himself.
Only if there's a decent will. It's not going to be pretty much.
But that's also the other thing.
So I just want to check that before you let him go.
But this is the other thing. It's like if you've got someone who's seriously in a point of wanting to commit suicide, could it not be better if they got to a point where like VR was almost perfect that they could just simulate another life for them?
But I'm sure that will get to that point at some point. That said, they'd still have to have their physical entity to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean, though. I wonder
is euthanasia suicide? The classification is assisted suicide, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's something whereby you come to the agreement as a party.
Yeah.
And there's multiple layers to get to that point. So the reason it's assisted is naturally because you need people to get you to that point, and you all have to sign it off, sort of thing.
Painless, but no one's ever really had a review on that. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get back in touch with all of them.
Fuck's sake. So there is that. But that was a bit of a melancholy spin.
That's the song from MASH. Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes.
Wasn't it? He held a nice little tune there at the end.
Yeah.
Changes.
Have you ever seen MASH?
Yes, I know of MASH. It was on Comedy Central for some time, wasn't it? Yeah. Was it the army-based dudes, the health medics or whatever?
Speaking of old timers, we were trying to get tickets to Genesis, weren't we, this week?
Yeah.
How's that going for you, boys?
Ridiculously expensive. Like the cheapest now are 136 quid.
Yeah.
Like they've just all been bought up. But we were looking forward to that. But obviously you said that you had seen them in the 80s when they could all walk.
Yeah. So last time I saw Phil Collins, he's got horrendous back problems, hasn't he? And was really struggling. I mean, the other two look able-bodied, but he's the main guy. I saw him in about 1982, I think. Quite good though.
I think it would be good. That's what I was working out. But then I was like looking at the ticket prices, and I did some quick basic maths, and they're making like $2 million per show.
Yeah.
And they've got like 14 shows back to back, I think.
Yeah. Why don't you two announce your last podcast? See if you can get tickets.
Oh yeah.
Just subscribe.
Did you also notice the name of the thing is called The Last Domino ?
So, is it like, we got another one out, boys? We got another one out, boys. Yeah, fact.
So,
but we'll also sell it off on the premises.
Part of the original lineup, and not like the ones they bought in later on. So.
That's quite good. But that
they went off a bit in the 90s.
Yeah, they did, but didn't they have what's his name? Because that Chester guy, or was the drummer
Chester
called
Thompson?
Yeah, because he wasn't part of the original, but he was a brilliant drummer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The original singer was the best one.
Is he going?
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, he was.
We've
he was
seen
a boy.
Peter Gabriel live, haven't we?
Yeah.
It was a whole different experience, isn't it? Peter Gabriel. He's a bit off with the fairies these days.
He was
He was
the
original
thing is,
genius.
He was off with the fairies in his day, but he's sort of another.
But it was like
100 kilos. Enough with
Still
the fairies.
going,
It's not easy to do.
He's like running
He's a
around.
bit overweight, wasn't he?
He's a bit tubby old man in like a black cloak, isn't he? He like dresses almost.
I know exactly who you mean.
He's running a cult, but like the original Genesis stuff is absolutely brilliant.
Bought the soundboard for
The
him.
soundboard's falling to pieces.
I know, it's very ad hoc.
We didn't quite have enough tape. And did one of the lights go off halfway through
Surely.
that? I felt.
No, what?
maybe
What?
there's some
You on about the
ones.
recording earlier?
No, I just felt that like earlier it like went a bit dark, but I don't know if it was.
Yeah, I'm hurting us a bit today. But no, I've just crashed
You're
massively.
doing weird stuff with you.
I know, mate. I'm struggling, mate. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm struggling.
That's probably about home time then.
Yeah.
I was just going to say,
go
you
on.
told me a story about your dad last night.
No, I will say it. Yeah. I was going to interject, but I didn't want to interrupt.
No, so...
Trying to train myself to not interrupt. Because my dad went to a Hawkwind concert in Newcastle when he was like 11.
Yeah.
But they were giving out acid tabs on the door.
All right. Yeah.
So he obviously was too young to process it. So
Yeah.
he went in and he was like, the walls were fucking moving. Everything was going. He was like, that was the best experience of my life. Later realised a couple of years ago that it was just, on. No, when he was at the age that he was just on acid. It was just like 11-year-old having a massive acid trip at Hawkwind concert. Yeah.
In the toilet night.
Well, that's what you get. It was a different time, wasn't it? But I do want to go see a concert. I do want to go to a concert. I haven't been in ages. The only last time I've been, fucking hell, was like Leeds Fest.
Oh, you went
Music. Nah, to be fair to Jay, shout out. I always go with Jay's dad to stuff. Went with saw London Grammar.
Oh yeah.
And then I saw fucking Maverick Sabre.
Yeah, we saw Maverick Sabre.
He fell off.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really on much, was he? He went to...
No, but what is he doing now?
Nothing.
Fell off what?
Just the road of life. He went off course.
Yeah,
he went off
completely
track.
fell
He
off.
lost the game.
He was alright. He had like 1 or 2 good tracks.
I need good times. I need.
Yeah, a little weird
Good
voice.
times.
I didn't know anything about him, and we went with Jay's stepdad, didn't we?
Oh shit! Did you go as well?
Yeah, I just said that.
Mate, you're
about
so
2 minutes
forgettable.
ago.
So forgettable.
I know.
Do you know what? I always forget when you.
It's like a podcast with Joe and just a white wall.
It just bounces. I get more bounce back from it.
Yeah.
Get more reverb.
Get
I
some
went
good
to
stuff.
see Juice WRLD last
Yeah,
year.
you went to
didn't
see
you?
Juice WRLD.
How was it? Tell me about this. I'm actually really
You were
interested.
quite, quite upset, weren't you, when he died?
He kicked the bucket, didn't he? His stuff's really good, actually. I like that.
Yeah,
Juice WRLD stuff.
yeah.
And he was on with the Queen. What's her name?
Nicki
Minaj.
The Queen.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich. Don't do that to yourself.
She was the Queen.
She looked good.
Yeah, she did.
She's hot, isn't she, bro?
She's big though. She's a big
Yeah,
girl.
she's thick.
How?
You don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like the big hip shit.
She's big.
You don't like that. You don't like the curves.
Really, when she a bit younger. Big.
Really?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
she,
she's a big hip.
I like that.
In
She's a sexy
person,
mover. Yeah.
in person, like how much of her do you think is like real flesh, and how much do you think is probably plastic?
I don't think it's
I don't
plastic.
fucking care.
I think it's probably.
It's also
probably.
skin.
Yeah. I think it's.
She has got like butt implants then.
Who is your
Yeah, that's not real.
Yeah, she got. I
Are you
mean,
sure?
Yeah, she has like butt implants.
She's just turned into a big man.
No, they're like her
No,
hips
no,
are
no,
a bit
no.
refined and whatnot.
Richard, who is your ultimate celebrity crush, mate?
Throughout the ages,
Tell me about it.
in their prime.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't say Tom Cruise even.
Who?
Tom Cruise. I was just making a joke about it. Being a man.
We're talking females,
Yeah.
We can go on to males.
Go female then male. Go female then male.
in her day was pretty hot.
Raquel Welch.
Oh, I found my energy level. Sorry about that. But who was that? Who's that? Sorry.
Raquel Welch. You probably wouldn't know.
Was she from James Bond?
Yeah, she was. That's probably a Bond film. Yeah.
Blonde.
One of the women out of
Contemporary to some degree.
Legs and Co. from when it used to be Top of the Pops.
Okay.
She's quite attractive.
Still not with
you.
Can we do one that we may know?
Right. Okay.
Just to relate.
Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
BC.
Yeah, could have been.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
So there's like such a stark difference between her and Nicki Minaj. Like she is.
Well, you progress, don't you? You know, different tastes.
No. He's right. No, he's right. I'm actually at a point in my life where, I haven't changed. I thought I had, and then I was like, still just like trashy.
Yeah, no, but what my
Big
point
ass.
is he's sat here and going, who's used to, probably Raquel Welch. Oh, but modern day.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. I'm just saying that like I thought there'd be some similarity, but you couldn't have chosen two more contrasting people.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit more
Nicki Minaj, what was yours? I actually need to think about this, mate.
It's really hard.
My girlfriend.
Well, they're a bit sassy, that's why, aren't they? A bit more Nicki. And what's the other one? Cardi B.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, she's a bit. You know.
A bit trashy.
I tell you what's disappointed with them. This is honestly, this is true. It's like with Juice WRLD. When you see them on the video,
yes,
they're dead cool.
Yes,
they're cool at everything.
Yeah.
When Juice WRLD, he was all a bit camp. He was all a bit too camp to me. He spoiled the whole thing. He was a bit too campy and fairy. And when you see him on videos, music videos, where they are, it some like very very sexy on the video.
Yeah.
But when you see it in real life,
very sexy on the videos.
She's going realistic. The sound went off for a start when
quite gritty.
For about 15 minutes, the sound went completely.
Really?
And she had to stand up there talking and making excuses about the sound, and that really killed the whole thing. She became a normal person.
That happened at a Rihanna show as well, and like the whole thing like cut out for 10 minutes, midway through, and it just sounded awful, and she obviously couldn't get back up on it.
Yeah, Sugar Babes as well. We went to see the Sugar Babes, and we saw Sugar Babes. They were a sexy, trio of girls. But when you saw them live on stage,
it's like watching.
They were like, moms. There were little kids there, and they were like, some mums, and they become real.
That's when you start to enjoy it, where it's just you and just a load of kids.
Yeah.
Who's yours, Ari?
I used to always like Natalie Portman, but then she turned to a bit of a cuckold.
Really? Yeah, I've never expected that of you, mate.
I always used to like Natalie Portman.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Natalie Portman, she was in
Black Swan.
Black Swan.
She was very good in Black Swan.
This is great. I tell you, actually,
No.
I'm not going to say it. There's a great one of an advert. What's the guy, comedian from North? From Bolton. Peter Kay, yeah. There's a great one where he's going, who do you fancy? He's going, Raquel Welch. Nicki Minaj. He's going, who do you fancy? He's going, you're Rachel in the Counts.
I remember that advert. He did one as well where he kicked the football and went, have it, and kicked it over the fences. He was good. It was just like, and he did like skits for the adverts. So he did one where he's like, flush it again or something when they answer the door and he's on about the toilet. Give it another flush or something. He was quite funny at the time.
He was supposed to do another tour as well, like this year, but
fell off a bit, didn't he?
I thought he was doing it.
No, but then he cancelled it. He said like he had serious like family problems. I don't know. Something to do with one of his
Natalie Portman. I'm
really
going to think of mine while you're speaking.
Natalie Portman. I don't know who she is.
Right. Okay. I'm trying to think of what
I
you
found
remember.
it. Sorry.
Star Wars. Do you remember Star Wars, the one with the Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
She was like the love interest in that.
Was she? Oh, crikey. Like Princess Leia.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, was she all right? Okay.
She no, not Princess Leia. The young Jesus.
Mine has always been Lana Del Rey. But then she obviously started cheating on me with A$AP Rocky in that National Anthem video. So apart from that, Lana Del Rey for me, all time fave.
Recognise Natalie Portman? I'm not too interested now. But I just remember that always been one. Otherwise, I was never really that bothered.
Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
Can't believe she did that to you, mate.
I know. Could have been great.
Where'd it get you?
Well, I obviously bought all the film stuff, and then she just never turned up.
Yeah, of course.
Invite her on.
Yeah, so.
No, I mean, where'd she get you? Which film was it?
I can't remember.
Really?
I really can't remember.
Really?
She used to. She's seen quite a bit of stuff with Wes Anderson as well.
Oh, for
And there was a little short film she was in. I thought, yeah, I like Natalie. She's good.
Yes, I've made the calculated decision that I do fancy
But
Natalie.
then I was watching. This was actually weird that this actually you brought that up. But I was watching with Annie Mars Attacks. Have you ever seen Mars Attacks?
No, go on.
It's a Tim Burton film from
Okay.
like 1997.
I can't remember else for Tim, go on there.
It's a funny film. It's got like
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
And it's got Jack Nicholson in. He
Yep.
plays the president, and it's always like a comedy thing. Anyway, I'm sure I've watched it with you. Anyway, the little aliens come down and they basically come for peace, and then end up attacking the world.
Is it when they piss through the finger? No, sorry, no, that's a scary movie. Sorry.
Sorry. That's E.T. Scary movie. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
But
bro.
they've made games of it. They're making a new game of it now. It's got like a right cult following.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But then she's like the daughter of Jack Nicholson in it, and she's like 12 or something ridiculous.
Right,
I realise
okay.
that she's been in like the film
I
industry.
realised that really did it for me.
Yeah. That was when, no, it was the other night when I realised that she was 12 in a 1997 film. No, I don't know.
That's really
You're
interesting.
in it too.
Yeah,
Time, so.
she's only 10 years older than me.
Who, Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
You reckon you can get her?
That's cool.
It's probably a good time.
Battery was there, I didn't charge it this night. Right, the lights are out.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Apologies for my energy levels towards the end. It's been a pleasure having you, Richard. Thanks so much for having you on. This is episode 17. And have you got anything to advertise before we sign out?
I've got anything to what?
Advertise. Anything to shout out?
Oh, lights come on as well.
But there's nobody home.
Yeah, there's no light. There's no gun. Yeah, get down to Sainsbury's, Tesco's, and Morrison's to buy my
We cut out Richard's American Sweets at Lucky Dip. And that is, Harry, anything for you?
No, just hit that notification bell and subscribe.
Hey.com coming very soon.
See you next week.
See you later, boys. Thank you very much for tuning in, girls.
I need a toilet.
I need a toilet.